So Canadian government has brought in some more changes, which allows like young Canadians, it says it will allow young Canadians to be able to buy homes. So we are just going to talk about that policy. We're going to see whether it's a good policy or not, right? So let's look at some of, so like as Canadians, it is very important rather than like saying good or bad about a government. It is first, we should be testing the policy, whether the policy, what are the long-term impacts of that policy, whether it really helps Canadians or not. So I have a few parameters with me, like on which we'll be seeing whether it's a good policy or not. So first is like, so these are the parameters on which I will see and we'll see like, okay, whether it's a really good policy or not. First is innovation. So does it invest in some innovative technology which can bring in a bright future, right? So here there is no innovation at all, right? No intelligent spending, zero, right? Second is financials. Does it help Canadians save more money? It is in fact making young Canadians be more riskier, not safe, right? So it is allowing people who have invested into RSP and all, some people who might have been able to invest into RSP, it is allowing those people to take even riskier bets. Suppose the house cost like maybe suddenly drops 20%. Now those young Canadians would lose from the home also, and then they would also lose the money which they might have just started saving for RSP and all. Third is social impact. So sometimes we can't look at everything from the financial angle. We have to see is the government helping the Canadians who are not able to meet the ends, right? Or it's helping increase law and order, right? So this policy doesn't cover anything of that, right? So like it doesn't fall into this. So what is the impact on long-term debt? Does it reduce the debt levels of Canada or is it increasing the debt levels? So this for sure increases the debt levels and all. And about the government spending overall, right? So now think about CRA employees, they had been trained to see how people have been using the RSP accounts, the TFSA accounts and all. So now because of these changes, each one of those, like the full departments would have to be retrained with these, right? With these new set of rules. Now the effectiveness of vetting of the RRSP or TFSA and all would be reduced, right? And then they might have to hire like more number of people to be able to review these rules and all. So which are additional hidden costs with all of these policy changes and all. So these changes are just like bandit fixes and all. This does not help in any way any of the Canadians, right? The real help is if Canada invests into innovation, tries to bring in new technologies, right? Tries to bring in new companies which can build home in a matter of a few days. That is real innovation that will help in long term. Right now, the government has created a mess in the last 5, 7 years, and it is just trying to put these band-aids in all, trying to fix some of the broken things, but it is even creating more mess, right? So not at all a good policy, another broken policy by the Liberal government.